We all like a holiday, and last year there were more than 1 billion international trips taken by tourists eager to experience something new. But the surge in visitors and lack of management has meant some popular sites in Asia are being loved to death. Last year, Thailand's Maya Beach and Boracay Island in the Philippines were closed down due to over-tourism concerns. Now, Indonesian authorities have announced a huge increase in the price to visit Komodo Island from $10 to $1,000 US. So where are the crowds coming from, and how can Asia better protect its tourism gems? For his views, we're joined now by Randy Durband. He is the CEO of the Global Sustainable Tourism Council, and he joins us now from Seoul. Randy, thank you so much for joining us. So what is driving this huge increase in tourism in Asia, which has led to over-tourism?
Well, some of the same factors in Asia as the rest of the world. The Asian middle class growth, the disposable income of hundreds of millions of people in the past 10, 15 years is a key driver. Along with that, discount air carriers, AirAsia grew up. I mean, it's not that old, and look how enormous it is just in the past 2 years via jet. So there's this exponential growth of the ability and the quantity of people traveling. Another factor is that technology has changed things. This little device makes all of us as travelers connected to travel products for information and booking. So the past 10, 15 years, we've seen enormous change. And I would summarize all these as kind of two really kind of key factors, is that on the population side, we have 7.6 billion people on the planet. In 1970, we had 4 billion. And with so many more people and so many more of them able to travel, that we have all these pressures. But the other factor is that I heard the word lack of management, and that's so utterly true. I think we've seen throughout the world that society doesn't understand how complex travel and tourism is, so therefore government doesn't. And governments at all levels, municipal and national, need to manage better. I wouldn't say they're managing poorly. In most cases, they're not managing at all. They put money to promotion, but not to planning and development. So that is really a key factor. It's just the lack of proactive planning. We react. We don't plan and put management practices into place.
Randy, a lack of proactive planning, particularly for many Asian governments, which of course has led to the shutdown of some key tourism sites, such as Maya Beach in Thailand and Boracay Island in the Philippines. Is it the right thing to do to shut down these tourism gems, for them to regenerate, for them to breathe again?
Yeah, well, I think you have to look case by case. I mean, closure should be absolutely the last resort. My heart goes out to the thousands of Filipino workers who, low-wage service people who lost their jobs for several months. Many come from different parts of the country. So there's a social issue, there's disruption of business. So that is just should be absolutely last resort. What we need to look at is, what were the causes? Why were there hundreds of businesses allowed not to hook up properly to sewage treatment? Why did the local trade associations and local government not push for enforcement of laws and keep their destination managed better? So this is a key issue. So closure should not happen, and it can be prevented, and it should be prevented.
Thank you so much for your insights, Randy Durband from the Global Sustainable Tourism Council, joining us from Seoul.